Random thoughts. In this video, I'm going to talk about how Kenyans, for some reasons, we feel like we have to interfere in what's happening at our neighbors. And I was trying to think about this. Of course, you know what I'm talking about, recent events in the Majirani, Tanzania. And not long ago, there was something going on in Uganda. But we saw yesterday or the day before yesterday, the president of Tanzania, President Suluhu Hassan, came out to talk very tough about interference from outside. And I think many Kenyans felt like, oh, she should not have done that. But I was thinking, she's the president of Tanzania. And of course, that means that she has to do everything she can to make sure that her country is in order, or at least there is no outside interference. And no country and no patriotic people will like it when people from outside come and try to tell them that this is how you people should live, or this is what you should be doing, or this is what you should not be doing. And I think for some reason, we Kenyans somehow feel like we have the moral right to go and talk to the people, our neighbors in particular, and try to tell them how they should live. We think that we are better than them. At least that's the impression I get when I see many people talking about Uganda and Tanzania. I don't think we are better than them. We have so many problems internally. And in fact, that's Sulu mentioned that. And in fact, that is true. As Kenya, we have so many problems we are dealing with. Maybe we should preserve that energy to try to make our country better. And some of the neighbors we think that we are better than, they are indeed better than us. Tanzania, for example, I'll say there are some areas that they are doing way, way better than us. For example, Tanzania has managed to build a nation. We are not a nation yet. Tanzania has managed to merge people who come from different ethnic backgrounds and to create a nation. And a nation here is people who kind of like share culture, language, and way of life and belief system, even though they come from different tribes, different ethnic groups, different religions. But Tanzanians are Tanzanians. We can't say the same of Kenyans. We Kenyans don't identify first as Kenyans, of course. We identify first with our ethnic background. Tanzanians seem to identify themselves with their nationality, and they carry themselves as Tanzanians. They don't carry themselves as maybe Luo or Maasai or whatever tribes that are found in Tanzania, like it is the case in Kenya. So I think we have a lot to learn from Tanzania, for example, and maybe even Uganda, such that we shouldn't feel to be standing on this higher ground and then we can just try to tell them this is how you should behave or this is what you should be doing. And even if we see that they are doing some things wrong, we should let them look at us and realize that there's something they can learn from us. We shouldn't try to seem like we are trying to force them to learn from us, like telling them, oh, the way you are living is not the right way. You people should have this and that. I don't think that is our place to do as Kenyans. We should focus on fixing our own country that has a lot of issues. It has a long way to go, especially to become a nation, which we are not yet. Tanzania has achieved that. Uganda maybe not. So it does not matter whether they are better than us or we are better than them. It's not our place to try to impose ourselves on them, to impose our ideology, to impose what we think is the right way of maybe running a society or maybe running a government. It is not. We can just look at them and maybe learn something from them, and we let them look at us and maybe learn something from us. Other than that, we do business with them, we interact with them, and we just let them deal with their issues the best way they know. It's up to Ugandans to do whatever they need to do if they are uncomfortable with their government. It's up to Tanzanians to do whatever they have to do if they are uncomfortable with their government. And it's up to us to do what we can as Kenyans to change things here if we are uncomfortable with what is going on. And sometimes we might think that Tanzanians are not contented with how their country is running, and maybe they are. In fact, there are Tanzanians who are making a lot of noise that things are not going well in their country, but there is no country in the world that will not have some people complaining that things are not going right. There is none. There will always be a group of people who will feel that things are not going the right way, and that's okay, because that then checks power so that things don't things are not let to go so far to the wrong direction. When you look at Tanzania, yes, there are people making a lot of noise that there is this going wrong, there is this going on. Maybe they need to change the constitution and things like that. But it seems to me like the majority of Tanzanians are happy with their government. So then what? Why should we intervene? Or what even gives us the right to intervene? So I think as Kenyans, we should just focus on what's going on at home here, and we try to fix things that are going wrong here, rather than trying to look at the neighbors and trying to tell them what they should be doing and what they should not be doing. Those are my random thoughts.